So here's our first ad. Let's just say there are some places I need to go in order to find really bad ads. West Virginia is a great place for that. So I just kind of randomly found these ads. This one, besides being blurry, has a cardinal sin. Oh, okay. Patty's now joined us. Hello, Patty. So a cardinal sin that this ad has, besides being blurry, is right here, zip codes. I cannot stand zip codes in display ads. There is no reason, zero reason to have a zip code in the display ad. A lot of what you're going to hear me talk about, and you see the zip code, right? Are just, what makes a good ad digitally is what makes a good ad in print, is what makes a good ad, especially in a magazine. You got to have space. You got to have room to breathe. You got to, it's got to be an effective ad that either effectively conveys a message or effectively conveys branding and imaging. This one is, I could pull a bunch of these ads out of West Virginia. It's no problem at all. By the way, Barbersville, West Virginia, it's a pretty nice town. So is Huntington. Charleston, not so much. But it's boring. I think we'd all agree here. It's also a very boring ad. But my thing was, this is the first ad I saw when I went there, the zip code. No reason to ever include a zip code in an ad. Next ad. If my computer would work. Really? Come on, next ad. There we go. Okay. So this is an interesting ad in that they have 3 different branding messages. 150 years in the making. Registry done right for 150 years. Borsheim's, making moments yours. There are 3 different branding messages there. Okay, we only need one. Any business only needs one. If you have more than one in an ad, only use one then. There's just too many there's just too many things here. The other problem is, we get it, it's 150 years. You only need to tell me once. Ad space is critical. Too much and it's just clutter. In fact, the 150 years in the making is covering up, I have no idea, but I can tell some sort of scene, but it's lopped off somebody's head. I see an arm. I see a jewelry box. I see what I believe to be, someone's hand, but the person's head's gone, so we can say it's 150 years in the making. That's just clutter. It would have been a better ad without that 150 years in the making. Then it would have been registry done right for 150 years. Then you have, different gifts from Borsheim's that are very expensive, because I'm very familiar with Borsheim's. And Borsheim's, making moments yours. Get Borsheim's gift registry app today. Now, there's another thing that, in this case, it makes sense. So I'm not going to slap the hand on this one. But typically these little, where's my arrow? There it is. See these little icon marks? One for the App Store, one for Google Play. Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
I despise those. I hate those with a passion. I absolutely despise those, especially in an ad, because again, it's more clutter. Now, in this case, I will say this. I understand what they're doing here. Get Borsheim's gift registry app. So they want people to go here to get either one of these apps. Okay, I get it. That one I can excuse a little bit. But oftentimes when you'll see these is when businesses are giving you this little icon for their Facebook page to let you know they're on Facebook, their Instagram icon, their Shopify or whatever, all these different little icons to tell you all the different places you can find them in social media. You'll see this with credit cards, all the different credit cards they accept. The little Visa card, the little MasterCard, the little Discover card, the little American Express card. I could keep going. The Capital One card. You see what I mean? all that stuff. And but believe me, I blew this ad up big. Okay, so this is a much larger version of the ad than it really does appear online. But when you have all these little icons here, again, it clutters up the ad. It's just too much. And by the way, there's no reason to include all the credit cards. Everybody takes plastic. Everybody accepts debit or credit. Everybody does. So there's no reason to include that, especially if you're a retailer. There's no reason to include those things. Those are just kind of an assumptive sale. We just figure when we go into your store, you're going to accept the cards that we walk in with. Now, if they are a cash-only business, that would be different. I can make a case for that, where somewhere in the ad you would say cash only. Okay, that I could make an exception for. I'd look at it weird, but I'd make an exception for that. But when it comes to all these silly little icons like this, get them the hell out of the ad. They don't belong there. They don't need to be there. It's cluttering up the ad. It's your eye. It's garbage for your eye. Okay. You got picked on this ad enough. Let's see the next bad ad. Okay, this one. Believe it or not, that was the ad. That's it. The YMCA growing stronger together. Well, who is? I have no idea. I have no idea who's growing stronger. I don't know who's together except for these two women. I have no idea. Now, I think this is an attempt at a branding campaign, which is fine. Look, if that's your brand, if that's going to be your branding campaign for the year, so be it. What's missing here, I would say, is a call to action. There's no call to action button. My assumption is the YMCA, besides wanting you to know what the branding is for the year, would really like it if you joined. Okay, they'd be thrilled. They'd be ecstatic if you clicked on this ad and signed up for a membership to the YMCA. But there's nothing about this ad that drives you to do that. There's no call to action button. And I'll show off some call to action buttons here in a little bit. This is a bad ad. This is oatmeal without any flavoring in it. That's what this is. It's a bad ad. Don't do this. The call to action with this ad would have been much, 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 much better. For instance, join now, learn more info. I could just go on and on. Everyone's clear on that one? Okay. Once again, West Virginia. I gotta move my little thing that I see you all on so I can see the ad in all its fun glory. Again, a few things wrong with this. It's not the worst ad in the world. Okay, I will say that. But again, we're missing a call to action. I mean, if you are a flower shop and this came off of an obituary page, and surprise, surprise, it's from West Virginia, but to their credit, they didn't use the zip code. Okay, in a lot of ways, this makes sense in that it's Spurlock's Flowers and Greenhouse. It's on the obituary page where this is showing up, so people may then order flowers from them by phone. So there's the local phone number. There's if you're out of state. The fax is really unnecessary. The fax is what doesn't belong here. Nobody is going off of a fax number to do, off of an online ad. They can call because they can pick up their smartphone and certainly dial the numbers. They're not going to walk across the room to fax something and order. And besides that, what funerals are going to be for, and all a bunch of information they're going to have to share with the flower shop. So the fax is unnecessary and would actually make this a better looking ad if that wasn't there. Why? Because the artist can kind of space this out and allow for more space. Here's the other cardinal sin for me that's on here. Spurlock's Flowers and Greenhouse since 1946. I'm here to tell you, nobody cares. Nobody cares how long you've been in business. It could have been 46 minutes ago. It could have been since 1946. Nobody cares. Here's what they care about. I want what I want. Do you have it? And how much will you sell it to me for? And or do I think I can get it cheaper somewhere else? That's it. That's all they care about. It's like pizza, okay? How different is pizza? You can buy pizza at your grocery store. You can order it from a restaurant. Pizza's pizza. Family recipe brought over from Italy from 1802. No one cares. No one cares at all. And so once again, this is clutter in the ad to have since 1946. And that affects the flowers how? Are the flowers from 1946? Then I'm not ordering. Are the employees from 1946? Then I'm not ordering. Okay? No, it's an irrelevant fact that takes up space and it's just no good. Okay? Any questions so far?
Nope.
I'm not in a bad mood. I just hate bad ads. That's all. That's my only point. And I would point this out. Johnny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Since 1946, that's a bunch of extra words and extra time in an audio ad too.
Gotcha.
Who gives a rip? No one cares. No one cares how long someone's been in business. It's what do you have what I want to buy and how much can you sell it to me for? That's all anyone cares about. All right, let's move on.
Radio's famous for that.
Yeah. Okay, this isn't such a bad ad. Okay, it's USAA, home and auto insurance. I get it. What you're made of, we're made for. Okay, it's very clean, a lot of great space, nice colors, very clear ad. Switch and save. Okay, there's a call to action. Switch and save. The problem is it comes off as just, I think, almost like branding or something. Switch and save. If that were put in a button, that would have been a much more effective ad. Because I'm here to tell you, when you put calls to action inside the buttons, and this has been heat mapped over and over and over and over, people click on the button because they really think it's a button. They really think that's what they have to click to go through to an ad. Whereas here, it just comes off more as a messaging. It comes off more as a print ad. It comes off more as something out of a phone book where we used to produce phone books. It's just very generic. If this switch and save though would have been if they'd have squared it off in a button, it would. I guarantee you, it would get more clicks than the way it is right now. So not a bad ad. I just wish the switch and save were treated in a way that it made people press the button, even though the button really isn't there. Any questions? No? I guess I wanted to show this because this is a national ad. National ads are usually very good at including things that are like buttons and call to action and stuff like that. I believe this is my last bad ad for now, so I'm going to switch on to good ads. All right, here we go. This is a great ad. Is there anything you really have to think about, know about, or anything about this ad? This is a fantastic ad. I know who the advertiser is, but look, it's subtle. It's subtle. We instantly recognize the branding. We're done. We don't. It doesn't have to be larger than life. Easter made easier. Everyone wants ease, efficiency in their lives. Conveniently add Easter items to your next store pickup order, which is kind of funny because where I am, Walmart's not doing pickup orders anymore. Then you have this nice, beautiful display over here, but look at all the space. Look at all the space we have. And then right there, there's your call to action in a button. Shop now. Not shop later. Not remember us later. Shop now. When it comes to advertising, people are sheep. They will do what you tell them to do. If you don't tell them to do it, chances are they're not going to do it. Walmart wants people to buy Easter stuff now. So shop now, and there's a little button to do it. But I love the spacing here. Very well done. I love this ad. I love this ad more than I love the previous one. I'm not wild about the imagery here. He looks a little creepy. I don't know that they're necessarily a couple, but you know, that's a story in my mind. Don't worry about it. What I like here though is it's a nice clean ad, a lot of great spacing. The color's not necessarily common. This, I believe, is the destination. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe the company. Here's the destination. Maybe this is the company then. We got this creepy scene going on, but I'm okay with it because I can see it's at the ocean and they're in some sort of swim. The Caribbean getaway you deserve. Book now. There it is. Once again, the thing now. Not book later. Not book when you feel like it. Book now. The other thing I love here is I can't find my arrow again. There's an offer right there. And it doesn't clutter anything up. So up to 46% off, book now. These two close to each other, but there's an offer with a call to action. That is fantastic. I love this ad. Even with the creepy scene going on here. I love this ad. Moving on. Local ad. Okay, so this is an ad for a car dealer in Batavia. I don't love this ad, but I really like it. Name, branding, local branding. So here's your national branding. Here's your local branding. Okay, and shop now. Just straight to the point. Is there any question as far as what Ken Barrett is asking people to shop for?
Best deal.
If you want any information whatsoever, you got to shop now to get it. There's it's spot on. Everything I really need to know if I'm in the market to buy a car right now, which we track. You know, all right, there's a car dealer that sells GM products, Chevrolet and Cadillac, probably some other cars too. I can get my best deal from Ken. I'm going to shop now. Very nice ad. Okay, so this is an interesting ad. I like this ad. Couple things here. There's a lot of information to be shared. Sometimes we don't always have full control over the advertising like we would like to have. So we've worked with them on this because they want you know, as much information as they have. So what do I like about this ad? First of all, I like the strong colors that jump off the page or jump off the ad here. But because we're conveying a lot of information, I like how we do it very short, to the point, bullet pointed. Housing. Now, HUB subsidized may tell some people that's low income, may tell most people that's low income, but that doesn't tell every person it's low income. So HUB subsidized senior housing, housing for low income seniors, age 62 plus, and disabled with impaired mobility. Okay, now what I like is seniors. We use the word senior twice, which I'm typically not in favor of, but we need to define what a senior is. Okay, so we're saying it's 62 plus. My mind, it would have been 65 plus. There are communities that do 55 plus. So we're packing a lot of information, but we're not necessarily really over cluttering the ad. Affordable rent based on income, secure building with 1 to 2 bedroom apartments. That's quite a bit of information there that doesn't take up a lot of space. Where it's located, how to contact them, because we don't always sell, you know, clicks are not the only thing we sell leads. But info and application here. That's a nice call to action right there. We don't have to say click here. I hate the phrase click here, but I like that we say the information and application here. The other thing I really like is low wait time. So there's a blast right there. That's an incentive. So low wait time, information application here. This is an ad that should be getting action from people interested, because I have an incentive combined with a call to action. Remember back at the other ad, probably not going to let me. No, it is. So this was an offer with a call to action. This is an incentive with a call to action. Very well done. Is that it? I guess that's it. Okay. That's it for now. Hold on. So, are we getting the point?
Mark, can you find me a pen?
Hello? Bear with me, I have to move this again. Any questions from anybody? Anyone at all? There we go. They move that out of the way. Let's go back in history to some ads. And these are probably the best ads that I see. I use these in my seminar all the time. These two specific ads. Okay, so we have 2 ads here. As I check my time, we're at 12:24. I'm gonna try and wrap this up. Anyone want to guess what's the good ad and what's the bad ad? Anybody, go ahead.
Bad ad is IHC.
Okay, anyone else?
It's bad because it says the year since 1881. And it really doesn't tell you why IHC.
Ah, okay. Anyone else want to take a guess of which one's the bad ad? We're all team. We're all family here. Okay.
Um,
Oh, there's Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle.
I think I don't know. I don't see anywhere to click on the Sackett Harbor one or for the IHC one to get me to what the sale really is.
Okay.
But I mean, the bottom one definitely has more information. It just seems like a lot is in that ad.
Okay. So I was going to buy a coffee for somebody who answered. They're both bad.
I was close.
They're both bad ads. So I've saved myself buying a coffee, but that's okay. I will say this: I like the YIHC ad better than I do the Sackett Harbor ad. A few things here though. So if I click on YIHC, okay, that's the ad, and let's say that got me to click. I could say this is a call to action. It's not the strongest call in the action to world, but let's say I go ahead and clicked on it anyway. There's another issue I have though. When this ad was circulating on our site back then, it was the Watertown website, not NNY360. It clicked through to this web page. Well, this web page, I think everyone would recognize, is a home page. So we have to remember with our advertising, we need to click through to what is best going to answer the question we have here, or the offer, or whatever the case may be. Whatever the ad is showing on that click through, it needs to be immediately recognizable when we click through, okay? And in this case, it's not. Look at all the content, all the different places we can go after clicking that ad, and why IHC. And I'm sorry, for the most part, we have an office audience. They don't have that kind of time to go looking for that answer. When actually the answer is down here. See the little video? Why IHC schools. So instead of clicking through to the home page, we should have clicked through to this page, which was the video about why IHC. And there it is right there. So I know now where it came from, but this is where we should have clicked through to. Also because people love video, and this would have been a massive success for them as opposed to going back to the home page. So that's something I want you all to be thinking about as well, okay? That we want the ad, whatever it clicks through to, closely matches so that the landing page closely matches the ad, okay? Okay, let's go to this train wreck. You know, this ad, as I like this, this is my favorite ad to show to train people when I do seminars on what not to do with advertising. In this case, what we've done, I call this throwing up all over the ad. We had our lunch at Sackett Harbor Brewing Company, and we proceeded to throw it all back up on their advertising, okay? That's what we've done with this ad. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 different times we mentioned the business. 1, oh, my arrow went away. I hate that. 1, 2, 3 on the bottle, 4 on the website. I think 1 was really enough. The other thing here is we have the website marked out and spelled out right here. What's the incentive of clicking on the ad, which we're going to be judged for? That's how we're going to be judged, is how many leads we sent them. What's the incentive when we put the website right there to go there? Plus, it's cluttering up the ad. How much more room would we have had for this if the website wasn't there? The other thing here that I have a problem with is late night menu is mentioned twice. Late night menu available. Late night menu Thursday through Saturday. Please, please, once was enough. Okay, I get you got a late night menu. It's just microbrewery, gastropub, Sackett Harbor Brewing Company. There's just a lot of repeated information here that could have been taken out. And here's the other thing. It looks as if that's a very nice deck looking over the water, but I'm not sure because it's all covered up by how I threw up my lunch on the ad. So I can't tell how nice of a view this is in the background. Why? Because I've thrown up all over the ad. And nobody wants to look at anything that's been thrown up on. We get it? There's another piece of information I just now looking at this discovered. Open daily, listed twice. See it? Okay. Now, let's say we clicked on this ad. Where did it take us? Took us into the home page. Now, on the home page, based on the ad, what exactly are we supposed to do now? What's the point in going to the home page here, I guess is my question. Is it that you want me to be part of your trivia night? Is it that you're looking to hire? You're hiring. Is that a hire ad? Is it the specials? I mean, what's going on here? I mean, there's just the ad really didn't. It threw up. It told me everything I would ever wanted to know and more, and it told me it to me multiple times, but it didn't really give me any direction when I land here on the home page. Okay, what I'm going to do when I see this home page, I'm going to hit the back button. That's what I'm going to do. This had no impact on me. I'm going to hit the back button. Now, what would I have recommended we do as sales reps? Aha, right there. Menus. Somebody wants to know about a brew pub that serves food. I'm guessing we should have been clicking through to the menu. Because here's what you want to know. If you're not familiar with the business, except for the fact that they're a brew pub and they serve beer, well, then what do they serve and how much does it cost? What did I tell you at the very beginning with the flower store? Remember? I know what you are, okay? I don't care about anything else. I know you're a flower store. In this case, I know you're a brew pub. Therefore, I want to know, what does it cost? What do you have for me and what does it cost? So let's answer that question. Off of that horrible ad, let's go right here and show them what things cost and what they serve. That's going to motivate me as a consumer to make a decision to do business with them or not. That's not going to make that decision for me. So there we go. Eliminate the waste. That's something we'll talk about another time. I have tons and tons of training to provide. So that's it for today. I hope that was instructive. I hope now you all understand what it is I'm looking for. Now, I will admit, I have no artistic ability whatsoever. I could not build you ads myself. I couldn't do it. But I know a good ad when I see one. I know a bad ad when I see one. And, you know, things like zip codes and how long you've been in business. And you know, what's the other thing? Oh, the little credit card logos and stuff like that. Those are cardinal sins for me. I cannot stand to see them. Because here's what it really comes down to. Here's what the consumer wants. I've said it umpteen times now. You know, what do you have? What does it cost? And the other thing the consumer wants to know is, why should I do business with you? I can order it online. I can go any place to eat. I can go any place to get a lawnmower. I can go any place to get my hair cut, to get whatever, you know. Why should I choose you? Why should I bring my business to you? What are you offering to me to get my business to come do business with you? With our advertising, that's the question we need to work with our businesses to answer. Any questions as we now wrap up? Anything, Rona? Come on, Rona.
No, I think I get it. I mean, there's got to be a call to action. I mean, you can't just have, you know, and I can think of a couple ads that I sent you that, you know, didn't get as many leads because there was no call to action, like that Chatham Flowers. It should be, you know, check out our Mother's Day specials or something.
Or order now, or just to simply order now.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, something that, because look, that's what we're going to be judged on. We're going to be judged on how many clicks, and don't ever call them clicks. Like Rona, you did it perfect. But how many leads did we send the business? Which, you know, starts off as a click. But how many leads did we send the business? That's what they're going to judge us on. So when we get an ad that doesn't have a call to action and it's oatmeal without the flavoring, you know, that's going to be the result. I mean, look, think back to that YMCA ad. No one's going to be clicking on that ad, and they're not going to be renewing it. Any questions or comments from anyone? Now, this is a training I'll provide our art people as well. It's both sides of the equations here. As much as we want our artists to develop great ads for us that create an action from our audience, all of you need to help them and provide them with information that allows them to do that. So It's both sides of it here. You know, it's the sales rep and it's the artist that we've got to come up with ads that drive an action, because that is exactly what we're going to be judged on. Okay. So
Okay.
help your artists, because I'm here to tell you, garbage in, garbage out. If we give the artist good, clear understanding of what we want in the ad, the artists, we have great artists, they'll deliver. But if you don't give them much in the information, you're going to get a who, what, when, where ad, but no why. And we have to answer, why should we do business with you? Who, what, when, where doesn't cut it. Why is what cuts it. And then anytime we can provide an incentive or an offer with a call to action, that's a home run without question. All right, everybody. Anything else? No. All right. I always appreciate my time with all of you in these trainings. I hope you all still find them helpful, because I'm going to keep doing them. And I appreciate you all joining me with it. And I got to think of what we're going to train about tomorrow. But whenever I think of it, I'll send you all an invitation and we'll do this again. Okay, everyone?
Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.